Scrappy family, Amanda here. I am here with my second video for the January How to Kill a Kit with Style challenge. I did my first video, now I'm going to break back into my kit for my second video. I am going to be utilizing this sketch from Scrapbook Generation. I did find it on Pinterest. I'm going to be doing some photos from 2018. Again, all of the pictures for this particular month's kit are from 2018 because I'm stash busting the items in my kit as well as my photos. And in the pictures, so you see from the sketch, we have 10 photos that we're going to be working with. So for the layout, we are going to start, of course, with our 2 sheets of white American Crafts cardstock. But there are some large photo blocks in the sketch that we're going to work with as well. So let's just look here through the paper pad and see which ones we want to go with. I do like that pink plaid. So the pictures that I'm scrapbooking today are of one of my niece's dance recitals that she had at Universal Studios back in 2018. Since then, my niece, she was rather young at the time, but now she is a teenager and she is doing amazing things with her dance career. I'm so proud of her. And she's so good. She's so good. All right, so I'm just pulling out the papers that I want to use with this sketch. There is a striped piece. There is one striped page in this kit, and I don't want to use it because I just used it on the last layout. So I don't want to use it again for that reason. But I think I might try to take something from this particular sheet for the sketch element and for the 1-inch squares that are all over on this layout as well. It's interesting because I normally try to tend to stay away from sketches that have so many little pieces, whether it's like banners or squares. I just don't like cutting out so many pieces, but we're gonna work outside of our comfort zones with this particular layout. All right, so on the left hand side it says 10.5 by 9. So we're gonna do this by 9 and then 10.5. So that's for this page. And then the other page is 9 by 9 by 9. And because this came from a booklet, I don't have, it's not double-sided, which I wish it were, but that's okay. Then this large photo mat is 8 1/4 by 6 1/4. So we're gonna cut this to 8 1/4 by 6 1/4. And that's for the photos. I think I'm going to utilize this for the vertical strip that's there. It's a 1/2 inch by 9. And so I have enough here with this scrap to do a 1/2 inch. Just to bring that same pattern over from one side of the page to the other. Right. Okay. So we'll have that. And then for the striped element, I was thinking of utilizing this green strip here. And that stripe is only a 1/4 inch, so it's really not even that big. Maybe I'll do this stripe, actually. That might be better. Okay. That is a little better. Okay, perfect. And lay everything out and ink up our edges. I am going to use a pink. This is Wildflowers from Quick Quotes to ink the edges of my paper here. And then we're going to put this down. According to the sketch, this large piece of a pattern paper is 3. So this is 1 3/4 inches from the bottom. So I'm going to just line that up here using the ruler marks on my mat. Then I'm going to put down this solid and then our stripe. And so it looks like our photos are about 1/4 inch from the top, right? I'm going to lay these down. I'm just going to lay down the ones that I know for sure we're going to use. Here right now. And then I'll go to the right-hand page, put down those background sheets, and then we will start with the squares and the smaller photos and embellishing. Now this should be easy because this particular piece here is just a 9 by 9. So there's no getting this one wrong, hopefully. I'm going to just ink up these edges and lay this piece down. I'm going to move my sheets closer so that I can make sure that it is lined up exactly the same way. So I'm going to ink up the edges of this larger photo mat and put that down as well. And this, according to the sketch, is about 3 inches from the bottom. And so I'm going to do that because it doesn't go all the way to the edge of the paper. There's some, okay, I feel like this is good. Okay. Now, sketches from Scrapbook Generation, Allison Davis, who does most of the sketches there, she likes to sew on her layouts a lot. She does a lot of stitching, and I admire that. It looks so beautiful on the layouts that she does, and some other crafters that I follow as well do it similarly. I, however, have not been able to master that technique, although I have tried a few times, and I am not great at it. But maybe that's something else that I will try one of these days. But on the sketch, it calls for stitching, and that's why I mention it, but I will not be stitching. I might draw some lines for some faux stitching. That might work. Then we have these 2 photos here. Those look great. I don't know, this feels crooked to me. It is crooked. I have to take it out. Okay, that's much better. And then I'm going to do it like this, and then I'll stick down my 4x4 photo. Okay. I'll do some straight lines. Let's do that because I think that'll be cute. So I did the faux drawing around this piece of pattern paper, and then I added some tick marks as some stitching elements, but I do think some of it is going to get covered up here by the photo, but that's fine. It still looks really cute in my opinion. And then so now it's time to place down these squares. I'm going to use some of this pink paper because I do like it. It's a solid. I like the look of this with the layout. And then I think I might just grab some solid pieces from my stash. So I'm going to make them all 1 by 1. And then I have a scrap from one of the earlier layouts. From the earlier layout I did utilizing this same How to Kill a Kit with Style pattern paper. that I think would go really well, and that's this green. So I'm going to utilize that. It's actually the same pattern as the pink, just in green. So I think that will work. And then that copies these floral prints in the background as well. All right, so now we have these different squares. I'm gonna lay these down. I'm going to do the squares in reverse from this side over, so that I wanted to make sure that there's no pink square here. So we'll put those down, and then our photos here. I'm doing a little bit different from what the sketch calls for. Surprise, surprise. I know no one is surprised off of that. So we're going to do that. We'll still leave this spot for some journaling. And then we'll do this. And so we'll do it like that, and then we will embellish. So I'm going to go ahead and lay all of this down and come back when it's time to embellish. Day 2 of this layout, I had to go away and come back, but now it's time to embellish this particular layout. So I've gone ahead, I've laid down all of our pattern paper and our photos, and now it's time to embellish. So per the sketch, we have a title up here, some embellishment here, some embellishment here, and our journaling here. I did have to text my sister-in-law to figure out what type of dance this was. And so I had initially taken this sticker of ballet stickers that I had, this sheet of ballet stickers for this particular layout. But this wasn't a ballet. This was a jazz dance. So I'm not going to utilize these. I may utilize this in my recital because it's still a recital, but I think the journaling might be too small. So that kind of put a buzz on that. And this particular sheet, this girl, she is a ballerina because she's got a tutu and whatnot, but we're going to use her anyway because she's a dancer and my niece is a dancer. So I'm going to open this up and I'm going to just pop out some elements here. I really like this dancer girl. Maybe to go down there or up here. Maybe I'll do her up here. That's cuter. So we'll do the jazz girl. I like this banner piece. I want to put it over here. For the title, since this is a jazz competition, I kind of want to go with all that jazz, but I'm not sure. I feel like we need something else. And because the pattern paper has a ton of florals in it, I'm going to use some of the florals from this chipboard sheet as well to embellish the page. I think that is a really good addition to the layout. Let's see here. We're going to have our journaling down here. I need to either break out a journaling card or something, or maybe my close to my heart journaling strips. Something's got to give so that I can do the journaling down there. I do like these cluster of flowers because, you know, when you have dancers, you give them a bouquet, right? I don't know. Maybe we'll put it here with the title or over here so it doesn't get lost. We'll see how that works out. Our theme for the month for our How to Kill a Kit with Style is alphas. I am going to use our alphas to create the title for this page. So I'm going to break those out as well so that we can see which alpha set we want to use. I was thinking of going with the rainbow alphas that are in the back of the Chamel book that we were using, that is a part of the kit. I really like this rainbow alpha that is here. The only thing is this is on a transparent background, so I cannot put it on top of the pattern paper unless I put it on top of a solid first. And it's kind of tiny, the print here. So I'm not sure if I want to use that, but I really do love the rainbow color of this particular alpha. Or if I went to our simple storybook, I think I could do any of these colors really because it will match with the background. This melon color or this yellow. I think the yellow is cute too. I don't know. How does jazzy fun sound? I don't know. I also have these two flare that have been in my stash. These are from American Crafts Chamel collection, I believe. So I want to utilize these two on this particular layout. I think the colors match really well. Okay, let's put down the chipboard embellishments while I think about the title. Let's do that. because certain elements we know where they're going, right? And so I don't need to hold off on those while we think about the title. I am going to fishtail this banner, and I'm going to audition the transparent alpha stickers to see how they look on this paper, to see if I could use it. I think that's cute, and we could do a little overlap there. I'm tucking it down and under because I don't want it to be higher than the photo. So if I did it right up against it, it's just a smidge higher than the photo. I mean, I could use one of these floral elements to hide that as well. So maybe I will. For my title, I have decided to go with a jazzy good time. So let's see if I can get that all in these transparent stickers between the yellow and the pink. Okay, I do have them in both colors. So now I'm going to just see what the colors look like on top of this. Okay, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. So I'm gonna do that. Let's make that title. This layout is nearly complete. I have created several embellishment clusters. We have this one here. Down here we have our title, one over here, our journaling, one here, and then one up here with our title. I'm going to just take another quick look at this embellishment chipboard accent sheet to see if I want to add anything else to the layout before we consider it completely done. I am contemplating whether or not we should add some butterflies to this layout, just because they're on here and I think they're really cute, but the layout really doesn't need it. So we might forego that for now. Okay, I am absolutely loving this. I think this is a great use of the kit that we created with the papers that were in there. Very different from the first layout that we did as well. So I'm very excited about being able to participate in this challenge of how to kill a kit with style and seeing how we're able to utilize older stash and alphas to create beautiful layouts. I'm super proud of myself for the way that this came out. I hope that you are able to do something creative to make yourself proud today as well. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next one.